...2013 in Barcelona. And with us is Terry from Mavenir. How you doing, sir?
Hi.
And as always, Terry, I'm always happy to come here. And I interviewed you guys last year, and I'm back here again. And I always find your company an amazing company to deal with. And actually, not only to deal, but finding all the services you can offer to this ecosystem. And for our first-time viewers, can you talk to us about your company and what role they play in this ecosystem?
So Mavenir is a provider of voice, messaging, and increasingly video services, primarily to the IP-enabled operators. So the operator who's deploying either LTE-based services or increasingly Wi-Fi-based services. So anyone who's rolling out that next generation of user experiences, we have the comprehensive set of application servers, the IMS core, and the associated support systems to make that a painless transition, a painless implementation.
Wow, that's pretty good. I couldn't say it better, so that's pretty good. Anyway, so the whole thing behind this is, now that I know who your company is, can you talk to us about, in reference, how many years you guys been doing this and what is your coverage? As I'm looking to find out where you guys are.
We're a global organization. We have customers in North America who typically are tied to the leading edge of LTE rollout. Here in Europe, we're very much more focused on rich communications. We're also participating in LTE, but there it's more the circuit switch fallback implementation, which is coming before voice over LTE. And in Asia, still quite a lot of legacy messaging business, which is converting into rich communications. We're seeing some interest in RCS now emerging in Asia. And of course, there are specific key markets in Asia that are leading LTE markets also. We've been in this business for over 7 years now. We have recently, in the last 12 months, launched the first voice over LTE mobile deployment globally, and also the first RCS5 presence-enabled RCS experience, and both of those were with Metro PCS in the United States.
I mean, I'm from the United States myself, and I do recognize Metro PCS. It's amazing how fast they evolve themselves and how fast they're growing. And I'm sure that companies such as yours are helping that growth. And at the same time, the fact that you are such a large company and you globally have such a global reach, the knowledge behind your company and knowing how to tap different markets and knowing where the weaknesses are and the strength of each provider and helping them acquire and grow is something that only companies such as yours can make happen. Now, having said that, what brings you to the Mobile World Congress this year?
Well, we continue innovating, we continue bringing new things to market and taking the learnings and the expertise that we've gained through those early implementations with people like Metro or T-Mobile in the US, some of our customers in Europe, and sharing that experience with other operators. I think one of the unique things about Mavenir is our level of experience. We have, because we're an early implementer, because we have some innovative customers, we've learned some lessons that were hard learned, and we can now apply that learning elsewhere. We've got some new products and some new offerings that we're bringing to market. One of the offerings is with a partner, SAP Sybase 360, who we've announced a partnership where we're providing them with the technology for hosted RCS, and they'll be providing that as part of their IPX offering. So our proven RCS technology that's already launched in other markets can now be brought to customers globally as part of an IP interconnect offering, and with a very low entry price or a low entry cost for the operator. We've also announced here at the show our enhanced messaging hub and the associated convergence of our legacy messaging capabilities with the next generation of RCS and IP-based messaging. We see this as a tremendous opportunity going forward for the operator, not just to bring new innovative services to market, but to also reduce the cost of operating those legacy services which are under more and more cost pressures. So if you look at voicemail, if you look at SMS, if you look at MMS, many operators have legacy technology there. They'd like to find a way to retire that over time, and we're bringing them a solution which is cloud-enabled, which can be deployed on virtualized platforms, where you can share underlying platforms between next generation and the IP messaging. So as one scales down and the other scales up, you don't have to dump something of your technology and bring in something new. You can simply transition through the management of the platform. And that's something that we believe is unique and is extremely important for an operator today who's sensitive not just to bringing in new revenues, but also managing the cost of delivering historically profitable services.
And that's pretty much keeping their investment in place while they evolve into this new technology.
Exactly.
And at the same time, can you talk to us about the future of wireless communication from your standpoint of view, since there is so much legacy communication equipment out there that is still evolving to meet the demand of the new users, especially with smartphones, not only in big cities, but now being deployed now in those rural areas we just spoke about, which still has those old infrastructure. And those smartphones are tapping into that infrastructure and forcing the operators in those countries to evolve with them. What role and what future do you see, and where does your company fit in it?
I think there's a number of, there are some, if you like, meta trends. There's some big picture things that are changing that affect all of the products that we bring to market. The availability of bandwidth and the availability of video are two key things here. Video services, video communication services are beginning to take off, but we're learning a lot about what people will tolerate in terms of user experience. High definition is now the expectation. Someone was reminding me recently, we used to have VHS tapes, and we'd use long play mode to maximize the time we'd get on them. Well, what you get on a cell phone today is typically long play or extra long play standard on a VHS tape. Correct. People expect DVD, Blu-ray quality. When you look at some of the video calling experiences, until and unless you've got good quality lip sync, you've got great voice, you've got the quality of TV quality of picture, then it's not a compelling experience. So I think people they've seen what's possible, and now they're impatient for it. I know my own experience. My family video calls all the time now. Hates the Skype experience because the quality isn't good enough, would pay more if they could get access to a higher definition and a better experience. You put that in a mobile device. I'm here in Barcelona. I want to show people what I'm looking at. Hey, look at this, look around. That sort of experience, that's something that I think is going to change the way people use devices, is going to change mobile. And my own small bet on the future would be, the GoPro Hero products.
Yes.
The day will come when there's an LTE component on the back end of one of those, and you'll be at the bottom of the ski slope watching your friend skiing down the hill. That's the sort of video-enabled activity that will change the way people behave and think and act going forward. And it's about creating a network infrastructure that today will support cost-effective voice, high-definition voice, great user experiences, but in the future, without swapping out that infrastructure, simply by evolving it, you'll be able to do those high-touch, high-satisfaction video services, video experiences, and come up with whole new ways to use mobile devices.
Well, Terry, I couldn't say it better. Once more, thanks so much for spending time with us. And as always, I'm always glad to see you guys, and every time that I come here and I speak to you or one of your peers, is that I learn something new every day. And I'm glad that we can have this conversation and talk about this, because the future is bright, but it requires infrastructure to evolve with it, and your company will be there to meet that demand.
Thank you very much.
And this is Nelson Pereira from bnetTV at the Mobile World Congress 2013 in Barcelona.